global flashpoint. Donald Trump versus Pope Leo XIV, now out in the open. The Pope warns the world is being ravaged by a handful of tyrants, as reported, flagging a moral crisis amid the Iran war. Trump fires back, calling the Pope clueless on global realities, insisting Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon and that the world would be in grave danger if it does, as claimed.
The world is being ravaged by a handful of tyrants. It is held together by a multitude of supportive brothers and sisters.
The Vatican sharpens its message. The Pope condemns masters of war, accusing leaders of manipulating religion for military, economic, and political gain, as reported. He warns billions are being funneled into destruction instead of healing and education, framing the conflict as a moral breakdown driven by power and profit, as stated.
But woe to those who manipulate religion in the very name of God for their own military, economic, or political gain, dragging that which is sacred into darkness and filth.
Washington stands firm. Trump defends the Iran blockade, calling it amazing and holding up very strong, as reported. He dismisses the Pope's peace push, reiterating that preventing Tehran's nuclear capability is essential. Trump also claims Iran has killed 42,000 unarmed protesters, arguing this underscores the urgency of US actions, as claimed.
Very important that the Pope understands. Very, very important. It would be nice not to say it. Iran killed 42,000 people that were totally unarmed protesters. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. If they did, every country, including Italy, where he's stationed, every single country in the world would be in trouble. So we're doing very well with respect to that, having to do with the whole situation on Iran. The blockade is amazing. It's holding up very strong, very powerfully, and I think we're making a lot of progress in that. But the Pope has to understand Iran, very simple. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. The world would be in great danger.
At the core lies Iran. The disagreement is not symbolic. It cuts to strategy. The Pope calls for restraint and moral accountability, while Trump emphasizes deterrence and security imperatives. This clash highlights two sharply different approaches to the same crisis, one rooted in ethics, the other in geopolitical calculation, as observed.
The masters of war pretend not to know that it takes only a moment to destroy. Yet often, a lifetime is often not enough to rebuild. They turn a blind eye to the fact that billions of dollars are spent on killing, on devastation, yet the resources needed for healing, education, and restoration are nowhere to be found. Those who rob your land of its resources generally invest much of the profit in weapons.
The rhetoric is escalating, but the stakes are higher. A spiritual authority warning against war economics versus a political leader pushing hardline pressure tactics. The Iran conflict has now triggered a broader debate about power, responsibility, and the cost of global security decisions, as reported. This is more than a war of words. It is a defining narrative battle. Moral voice versus strategic force, playing out in real time. As tensions over Iran intensify, this rare Pope-Trump confrontation signals deeper fractures in how the world views conflict, peace, and the path forward, as observed.